Just thought I'd show you guys what I mean by my evening fire. This is our family room. This is where we normally watch TV. But there's our fire. That's what I get dirty for. Well, good afternoon, YTPC. This is Dave coming to you from Southern Maryland for video number 3. It's about 3 o'clock now on Monday afternoon. I guess it's February 12th. I feel like I'm jamming up the airwaves here, but I don't like mixing my thank yous into my regular videos. So for me to have two packages in the mailbox today, I just wanted to do it right. So you have to watch me 3 times today. Okay, the first thing is the pipe. So I mean, Maryland Meerschaum, right? I mean, come on. But a couple of you made a comment, and I think you're right. This is really starting to change color now. So this is the color is much deeper inside these crevices than it was, and even the outer edge is starting to color. So I'm relatively convinced of 2 things. One is you've got to keep the cake cleaned out of these. So Saturday I did a deep clean and then a reaming. Now for me it's a light reaming because it's only a week's worth of smokes. But there's a little bit in there, and so it was nice to get it out. And I deep clean with that mix of 151. God, I keep doing that. Everclear and Frangelica. It's about an 80-20 mix. So this is 80% Everclear and about 20% Frangelica, just for the smell. I got that. It's not mine, right? This is Mutton Chop Piper's formula. So I use that every time I clean the pipe. I don't clean it every day, but I do clean it 3 or 4 times a week, and I do use that solution to do it. And the other thing is, and besides the cake, I think handling it. So I've been handling down here clearly where the fire, I mean, this is hot, not hot, but this gets a lot of handling and a lot of fire from inside. So I'm trying to handle the pipe more up here. And I think between keeping it reamed out and trying to handle it here, it does seem to be changing quite a bit already. I just so love this. Gosh, this is what I want. Anyway, enough about the pipe. So what's in it today? So I went back to our Boswell's trip, and I'm smoking Boswell's Cupcake. It's the 1 ouncer. I got it for buying one of the pipes. So every time you buy a Boswell pipe, at least face to face, I don't know if online. I've never been able to get one online. You get a 1 ounce sampler. So that's what I'm smoking. Cupcake, Boswell's Cupcake, in my beautiful Meerschaum. Thank you, Greg. This is my second bowl. You can tell I'm most of the way through it, probably 60% of the way through it. I'll smoke a little more, dump it out, and start a third bowl. I'm not stuffing the bowls like I used to. So when I start doing my February smoke statistics, the bowl count will be a little bit higher now. I'm smoking 2 or 3 bowls a day instead of 1 or 2, and the reason is I'm just not packing them like I used to, and I'm not packing them to the rafters anymore. So I don't really get it to the brim. I usually tamp it down. It's usually about an 80% load now. Smoke's good that way though. A looser pack, lighter pack. I think the tobacco tastes better like that. So you guys have responded really well to the last 3 videos, and they were of a more serious nature. 3 days ago we did Celebrate Life Before the Death, and then we did concentrate on results instead of intention. And then yesterday was Beware of Living the Same Year, over and over and over again. You guys have responded really well to that. The comments have been pretty good, pretty meaningful. And my mantra, that's what I want this channel to be about, is enjoying this stuff, but coupling that with a little bit harder talk, real, think differently, talk differently, be more real, be more honest with ourselves, be more honest with each other, be more honest with those around us. And the last 3 vids really did focus on that. And I appreciate how well you've accepted me into that weird corner of the YTPC. Sometimes I feel like I hijack the audience of the YTPC. I like, touch on this and then dive into what I want to talk about, which I'm going to do again today. But it works for me and I enjoy it. And you guys all seem to be responding fairly well. And I imagine those who don't respond well to it just don't respond. So, so far it's working out pretty well. A couple of videos ago, I told you I'd show you what my evening fire looks like. So I started that out at the beginning of the video. I just wanted you to see what I get to look at every single night during the late fall, winter, and early spring. We try to have that evening fire pretty much every night. It changes now that I'm in Wyoming occasionally, but I just wanted you to see what my family room looks like. And I don't know, it's just beautiful. I love it. I'm a little less rushed today. My wife has a riding lesson at about now. What time is it again? It's 3 o'clock in about an hour, so I don't have to rush home today. So I do want to talk to you. I'm going to take the conversation a little bit differently and talk about me, and talk about how I feel about what's going on and my role in it. So I'll jump in with the headline, like don't bury the lead kind of thing. I think I'm going to call this video, I'm Fiddling While Rome Burns. And I feel I represent and I am a big part of the problem in the world today, particularly in the US, but across the Western world. It seems kind of a weird thing to say. How can I be part of the problem, right? I'm trying to live a life that is based on, I just want to be left alone to live my life. I want to pursue those 3 inalienable rights called out in the Declaration of Independence. I wish to pursue life, my liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Right? That's all I really want. Leave me alone. Leave me be, and I'll leave you be. Right? And I sense many of you kind of feel the same way. If I don't like your channel, I'll quit watching it. If I don't like your video, I'll click stop and move on, right? If I don't like the music I'm hearing, I turn it. If I don't like the TV channel, I turn it. I decide what comes into my home. I decide what comes into my brain. And I don't want to be left alone to do that. I think I'm a ambassador for the problem. Meaning I'm enjoying my life. I'm comfortable. I'm spending my time. I'm fiercely protective of my time. I choose to spend it taking care of my family and those around me, my friends. I've told you several times I'm practicing being a yes man. When somebody says can, whatever happens after that, yes. Can you, whatever. Can you help me do this? Can you support me here? Can you go pick up my kid? Can you take care of mom? Can you get out to Denver to help Sean? Can you get down to Sarasota to talk to Lauren? Yes, yes, yes. Can you help me on the farm? And just across my life, I am choosing to spend my time trying to be helpful. Even here in the YTPC, I try to kick out a piece of support here and there to say how much I enjoy this community and make people feel comfortable and part of it. I'm choosing to spend my time at my Wyoming home, up in the mountains, up in the wilderness, and building my friendships in Jackson Hole. spending it here in the YTPC, spending it enjoying this and this and my cigars. I'm enjoying life, and I'm by and large leaving people alone. And I expect the same, right? I expect to be left to do what I choose to do, especially if my boundaries in my world don't impair anyone else's or harm anyone else's. I'm not saying my boundaries won't touch yours, but hopefully it does so in a positive manner. So that's kind of the world, my globe, as I try to execute, my day and go throughout my life. I'm enjoying my life, and I'm doing what I choose to do, and I'm pursuing the things I wish to pursue in the manner I wish to pursue them. I'm spending my life trying to be a fixer, Mr. Helpful. I'm enjoying making my videos and responding to you guys. It's a pretty great life. I've told you that before. I'm loving my life. I'm enjoying where I'm at. And I think all that translates into the sentence, I'm fiddling while Rome burns. I'm certainly not the emperor, don't get me wrong. Come on, don't give me that crap. But I'm sitting over here fiddling in the paddock while the world out there burns. That's my point. The reason I say it that way, I'm fiddling while Rome burns, because I don't believe the model which I'm running my life in, not the model my life runs on, but the model my life is running in, that larger world model at the state and country and Western world level. I don't think it's a valid model anymore. I think some of the basic assumptions that I've made in my life really aren't holding true anymore. That we are being allowed the three inalienable rights, the life, the liberty, and the pursuit of happiness now is in fact no longer unencumbered or uninhibited. It is in fact encumbered and inhibited by the world model in which we are living in and not trying to operate in. Particularly those of us that are a little bit older. I imagine if you're 40 or older, maybe, certainly 50 or 60 and older. There are movements out there that are trying to remove those basic assumptions of those models that if I leave you alone, you'll leave me alone, right? We got the Me Too movement, cancel culture. I think it's conform or be forced to. For you trekkers, the resistance is futile sort of thing. And I think maybe some of us are worried, and the younger ones, even on the YTPC, they're worried about going back to school and starting a different kind of career. And we're focused on those kind of things, which is what we should be focused on. But I think the world is lining up against us, and that is no longer all we need to do. What the hell does that mean, Dave? I think for most of us, we think, well, I'm going to continue on with my life, and out there is going to get fixed. And by who? Who's going to do it? Because you know what? I'm struggling with, I don't really want to run for office. I've done that. I spent 8 years running a county as county executive. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to run for Congress. I don't want to run for the Senate. I don't want to try to be a governor. Certainly not in Maryland, where it's 3-1 R&D. I don't want to go stand as part of the blue line. Now, I don't know if what I want is important or germane to this conversation, and I'm wondering, should some of us start to take action a little more externally, a little more out there? Should we be running for office or serving on committees, even though we're woefully undergunned? Should we volunteer to become more public in our views so that our views don't look so weird because no one's saying them anymore? Should some of us become reserve officers? Should we go like in my county, it's a sheriff's department. I can go join the reserve deputy program and help them out. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I mean, I'm just struggling with that. And I just want to get this struggle, this massive brain, cramp that I've got going on, and a heart cramp. I just wanted to get it out there because maybe you're feeling it too, or maybe you should feel it too. We're so worried about our little world that, what's the joke? We're rearranging our deck chairs on the Titanic. Maybe we should get up and help the captain out. Maybe we don't have to hit the iceberg. I know a lot of people thought, God, the USA hit the iceberg years ago, and we've just taken a long time to sink. I get that. I hear that all the time. I don't know if that's true or not. Not sure where I'm going with that. I'm going to stop for a minute. So where I think I'm going with that is, if we don't choose to participate in our own rescue, if we don't grab an oar and start rowing, if we don't pick up a weapon and stand a post, whatever euphemism works for you, don't pick on those ones. I come up with the ones that you talk to. If you're not willing to get out of the shell and go out there and fight the fight, do we have any right to bitch about what's happening? I think that's what I'm struggling with. Is I have plenty of frustration in here. I think we are ripping our country apart. I think we're ripping the fabric of our society apart, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. And all the people that I respect are looking, through the binoculars going, holy shit, this is really getting bad. And then I go back and make a video about my cupcake tobacco. Ouch. That didn't feel good, did it? Not sure what to do about this. I just wanted to talk about it. Because to do something about it changes our lives. To run for office is a life killer. Trust me. It's a year-long process, 6-7 nights a week, 365 days. To become a reserve officer and go through that training, and sign that oath and start getting yourself put on schedules, changes what we're doing. Signing up for a committee and always being in the minority opinion is a bitch. But are we bigger bitches for not doing it? Ouch. That didn't feel good. That didn't feel good in here, and I'm the one saying it. Anyway, push back, come up with ideas. How can we, as the people who realize we're headed the wrong way, grab the steering wheel and start bringing it back and not just making videos bitching about it? Guys, I think that's going to be it. I am going to shut up and put all this together, and then I'm going to finish my bowl of cupcake. How's that for finishing this little speech? We will talk again tomorrow. Bye, you guys.